Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Favorite People Podcast. I'm Brandon Free, and joined by me and my co-hosts. We got Christian, Deon, and Anshul. How we doing, guys?
Doing good, doing good.
That's good. Good to hear.
How about you,
All right.
Media Man? How you feeling? Did you finish all your finals? I
You're
can't
on
hear
mute, bro.
Look at him fiddle with it.
you.
No, we scared him away.
He got lost.
No.
All right. While we wait for him to jump back in.
Jamie.
Yeah. How you doing, fool?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm all right. I haven't really been enjoying football much.
What's up, Unc?
What's going on, Regal Eagle?
All right. Well, let's get right into it. Niners went ahead and blew fourth quarter lead once again. Against another division rival that brings them 1-3 in the division, and they lose against Seattle 20-17. What the fuck happened?
A plethora of things.
Couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, we really could not run the ball. But one thing that I think people underestimate is there were two people in that building that were kicking us square in the ass. There's the left guard by the name of Lakin Tomlinson and an old head coach who's still up in the box by the name of Pete Carroll. People forgot that both of those people existed. Pete Carroll was whooping Kyle's ass for a very long time, and Lakin Tomlinson ran in Kyle's system. So it ain't like you couldn't go and tell the defense what they gonna do based on how they line up and based on the motions. Does Kyle switch things up? Yeah, but that does not mean that you switch it up enough to a point.
It wasn't them, dude. It was our execution. It had nothing to do with their defense. Dude, their defense is bad. We just did not execute. Play like shit.
Yeah, I agree. Media, what's your take on this?
Still can't hear you.
Still muted, bro.
He's getting throttled.
Unplug your headphone, bro.
Yeah, your laptop should have just, enough sound or an internal mic. Nope.
Just do it through your laptop, bro.
It might work out better that way. But yeah, man, for me, I saw this and I'm like, we need this win because we still got to play the Cardinals. We still got to play the Rams. And we can't be losing divisional games. Like, that's not – like, at this point, we're lucky to get into the wild card.
We're not even good enough to make – I guess this helped a lot of other more Niner fans realize we're not good enough really this year to make the playoffs, nor should we be still holding out hope. I already was not surprised by this loss, nor did I still have hope. I already was kind of like done with the season. Let's move on to the next season because I can see the writing on the wall. I don't want to give myself false hope. I'm like, no, this team's not good. It's shown. I'm going to believe them when they show me who they are.
All right.
Now we can just watch the games and not get. That's what I'm saying. I'm watching the games. I'm not getting angry. I'm just kind of watching them. Whatever happens. Sometimes I'll just laugh because dumb shit happens, like the refs not giving us 5 yards at the end of the game there. But it was clearly a penalty. So I don't know how the rest. the refs are god awful this year. Like the product on the field is terrible this year, all around the league, and then the refs are on top of that are freaking god awful. Like, just can we go to this next season? This season's been terrible. Half the games are boring. Freaking over! I'm over football this year. Not even exciting.
Yeah, media, can you talk now?
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
There we go.
He's back.
Verizon, baby. Verizon. We can hear you now.
I don't know what's happening with my audio. Usually it's all good, but yeah, man, I think it's kind of a little bit simple, man. The offensive line just had way too many penalties because that was putting you in, long distance, and then what do you expect? You're gonna get off the field, obviously. The offensive line as a whole was just abysmal. We need to get a new center and right tackle. I mean, I think, to be honest, Colton McKiss didn't have a terrible game. To me, it was more like Banks didn't look great.
Brendel.
I don't know if it's because he's still kind of hurt. And then, Brendel is just god awful, man.
Because how bad.
See that thing they posted in the chat? I think Brendel's the 40th ranked center in the league, and there's 32 teams. That's pretty pathetic. And that just tells me that Forrester and Kyle are married to this stupid idea that you can win with just anybody, which makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Here's the thing: is we blame Brock because he overthrows that one, Debo, or it could have been a first down.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we can't. I don't really want to blame Brock because if Brock wasn't the quarterback with this offensive line, we'd be fucking even worse than we are.
Well, you see, he's running. It seems like he's running for his life.
Brock is fucking carrying the offense, dude. He's having to throw in tight windows. That's him. That's not
running himself.
Running, dude. Yeah, running and freaking getting.
Yeah, I mean, even in the Rams game, he had to run a bunch.
That's what I'm saying. He's having a good season. People don't want to give him the credit, but he's having a good season. He is
having a good season.
There's some bad quarters or some bad plays here and there, but I mean, dude, he's literally keeping the Niners afloat.
The
offensive line is terrible. So even at times, there's receivers are separating, and I think more than we actually think they are. It's just Brock can't throw the ball when they're wide open because he doesn't have time. By the time they're coming out of the break and they're not completely suffocated, when they actually come out of their break and they're open, he's fucking got to leave the pocket already. Because dude, as soon as he hikes the ball, there's somebody in his face because Brendel can't freaking block it. He can't even think of something to compare that to. He's just so bad.
Well, replace Brendel with Feliciano. Supposedly he could play anywhere on the line.
The thing is, they're not going to do that though. The thing is, they're not going to do that, especially because we're already 10 plus games in.
Yeah, nothing's
changed. They're not going to.
Dude, if it was me, if you had my decision, I'd lose the rest of the fucking season. Fucking pretend Brock's hurt and let him fucking rest and just fucking play out the damn season with all these injuries and shit. Just get to the end of the season, get healthy next year, get a decent draft pick.
See, here's the one thing.
Trying to maybe make the playoffs and then fucking having way too high of a draft pick than we would want.
Here's the thing that I'm thinking about. If you're Brock Purdy, you don't want what Christian's talking about to happen.
Yeah.
The reason being, next year is your year to get your money. I can't have you.
He's gonna take a team friendly deal regardless. I don't think people probably don't realize that, but that's probably what's gonna happen. He's probably gonna do 40, 45 million a year. Watch.
Dude, I need people to stop assuming that, though. I feel like we just have to
assume it.
That's how they're going to offer him, and he's going to accept it, though. They're not going to offer him.
But hear me out. He might accept it, but his agent won't.
Yeah.
His agent is not about to let him hit that field for less than $50 a year, bro. I would love Brock to take a hometown discount.
The agent doesn't control all the decisions. The agents might tell him, but at the end of the day, it's the player's decision.
It is the player's decision.
You think the agent fucking told Brady to take a pay cut as many times as he did? No, the fucking player makes their decision. Obviously, it's different.
Okay, the only difference
contract, but still,
the only difference is that's Tom fucking Brady.
No, I know, but the player's going to do what they want, right?
I get you on that. I'm just saying that there are some times.
$60 million. No quarterback in the league right now is worth $60 million.
I didn't say any of them were.
Wow, I mean, so he shouldn't get
Dak Prescott worthless.
That's just the market, though, Chris.
I know
that's just the market.
That might be the market, but you're not worth it, so don't pay him it.
Well, you know the funny thing.
It's not how it works.
He's not going to go anywhere else. He's going to sign it.
I'll bring this up. It's perfect. It's perfect that Christian said that. It's a good way to segue into some of my thoughts. So. While we're saying, no quarterback is worth $60 million, some of them are still being paid exorbitant amounts of money.
But none of them are worth it, especially this year.
Deserve. So if that's the case, then why is Kyle still here? He's not getting the job done. So should we pay him the amount of money he's getting paid? Should we let him go?
Coaches make an even amount. I'm not going to argue about coaches.
Like for me, no, I'm saying what by your logic, if someone is not showing you they're worth that money, you shouldn't pay them that money.
Well, nobody's worth that money, so you shouldn't pay them.
7 years of no Super Bowls and just appearances isn't worth the money that you're paying them. But you can't. It is
worth the money because you're in the position to try to win one. If you're in the game and you're most, he's had
okay. What? And who's
how many quarterbacks been in the playoff? Like every time we've been in the playoffs, it's been NFC Championship. Every single time we made the playoffs.
But who is the quarterback currently making that happen?
I know, but it's happened with other quarterbacks. So I know Brock's good. He should get paid. He should get paid, but not $16 million.
I'm not stating that you're wrong. I'm just telling you that agents do have influence. Yes, there are times where I know it's ultimately up to the player, but that don't mean the agent ain't going to be in his ear telling him don't hit that field unless we get real money. That agent's going to look at him and tell him, look, I understand you a God-fearing man. I understand you want to take a hometown discount. But at the end of the day, young man, this is your pocket and your money. And that's what we're worried about. It's you and your family. Because when you take that pay cut, that winds up circumventing money that you should have had. Why? Because you decided that you wanted to be cool to keep the team together. Here's the issue.
These agents never think about the long term when it comes to these contracts either. Because hold on, let me finish this though. You can make. When you really think about it and you break it down, you can make, you want to try to get to a second contract after this contract too. Mm-hmm. What's the best way to do that? Take more money and have shittier players surrounded by you, or take some less money and have players that are going to protect you so you don't fucking lose your career in this contract because you get the shit beat out of you because your offensive line sucks.
I got the easiest comeback for that. Your quarterback doesn't fucking matter. They're gonna pay you.
It does. It does if you want to continue. If you want to play a long career because you love the game, everything. Everything is. We automatically think everything is about fucking money. Like these guys are gonna make their money and they're making generational wealth no matter what contract they get. Some of these guys love the fucking game of football. We fucking seem to act like that doesn't exist, and it's just everybody. Dude. If you. Like, as much as I love playing sports, I'd fucking play for free professional sports. I don't give a fuck. If I could play professional sports and have fun, I'd play for free. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, calm down, George Kittle.
No, I'm just saying.
Kittle still wanted his money.
Some of these players actually do love the game of fucking football, so it's not always about money.
This is true, but at the end of the day, you know what happens? You have a family. You have kids. You got to be. Generational wealth.
And one injury, you could be gone, dude.
One injury, yeah. If I still have
NFL stands for not. So I understand where you're coming from, Lefty. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just giving you a rebuttal that at the end of the day, you need that. And put that right back up there. Don't go away from that, Brandon, because that was the perfect thing. That was my next thing. Once again,
that was dumb.
This is my biggest pet peeve with him. I knew the minute Christian got back in there,
he was fucking stupid. He wasn't doing shit. And McCaffrey wasn't doing shit.
And what happened when Mason came in?
He averaged 5 yards a carry on 2 carries, or 6 yards a carry.
Maybe that.
He was looking good, and then we didn't see him the rest of the game.
Carries for 12 yards.
Here's the thing.
I think he's a better he's just a better matchup overall for Seattle because the way he runs. And when McCaffrey wasn't doing it, and then we weren't blocking well, so let a guy that's at least gonna like get more yards after contact have the fucking ball. Yeah. And the way he was running, I'm like, oh, dude, Mason looks good. I hope we're gonna see him more, and then we don't see him. It's like, dude, these fucking pitches. I'm like, we're doing these pitches to McCaffrey. I'm like, oh, that should be to Mason. He's got a little more acceleration off the pitch right now than McCaffrey does, because I'm watching McCaffrey. I'm like, oh, he's not going to hit that hole fast.
Hey, don't forget, don't forget, mind you, or we're hurting on receiver as well, and Ricky Pearsall didn't see one freaking catch whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, but that's because the offensive line was fucking shit, dude. Brock hardly had any damn time all game. There's a lot of reasons.
True.
Here's my thing
it
when
just
it
didn't
goes
happen.
going back to the running backs. It's very simple. Kyle got up there at that podium, and they asked him in so many words, and I'm paraphrasing this, do you control which running backs are in the game? And he did what he normally does. He gave a long soliloquy of full-on bullshit, which we all know Kyle is good for, and basically in so many words stated no, which we all know is a lie. Because at the end of the day, we've literally seen you waste timeouts because Christian wasn't on the field. These are facts. So you get Christian back and you forget that Mason and Garindo exist. You forget that Mason carried this team rushing the ball. You forget that when Mason hurt his shoulder, that Garindo came in and gave us some flashes of action.
Do you remember when I said
Deon,
McCaffrey coming back wasn't going to fix this team?
Let me finish.
Wait, hold on. Don't forget, he also used fucking Debo in the backfield.
Stop fucking using Debo in the goddamn backfield.
It's predictable.
No,
they know.
I actually do. I don't want to talk about Debo, and I know people are gonna hate this so much, but I'm sorry. That guy can fucking go, bro. He can't separate for shit. What has he also done when he got that contract, bro? What has he done? I don't care.
He's so slow. There's holes on the end around, but he's so slow by the time he gets there.
Yeah. But here's the thing for me. Just finishing my point. It's the fact that you get up there at that podium and people ask you questions. And of course, you're not going to tell the truth because that's not what a head coach is going to do. You're going to blatantly lie. But we all know the truth. You control what running back is in versus what running back is out. And I'm sorry, Christian McCaffrey should not be in there every goddamn snap of the game because you think you can use him as a decoy and he's going to scare defenses. At the end of the day, what you need to do is figure out what's going to help you win games. And what helped you win games before Christian McCaffrey came around, or came back, should I say, was Jordan Mason running the ball. It was Isaac Garindo showing us flashes that we possibly could actually draft a running back who was worth a fucking dime, since the last few running backs that we drafted turned out to be pieces of shit. It just doesn't make sense to me how you can get up at that podium and continually just sit up there and lie to everybody's face as if you don't.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Shit.
As bad as we were run blocking, maybe they wouldn't do as well, but I'm not stating. Okay, Christian. I'm not trying to. No. I was just saying this team sucks and is beat up and injured. So it's
beat up. But at the end of the day, Debo did start doing a podcast. But here's the thing.
Yeah, he said that's all he's done since he got his money. That's what
it's a situation of the offense is not clicking on all cylinders, and I'm sorry, Sorensen. You're looking pretty pathetic out there, buddy.
Damn.
What the hell? I think he was playing Legend of Zelda, Kirby.
I gotta go for a second.
All right, go. So for me, it's a very simple situation. I know in the group chat, everybody jumped on Kyle's dick. Ooh. You know, he
I saw that.
He cooked him. Let me explain something to you people. Cooking somebody isn't just telling them no. He said, fucking Joey. Cooking somebody isn't getting mad when they ask you a question. Cooking somebody is making them look stupid when they do it. Now, of course, Grant came out and had his tweet. He said Kyle dunked on me at the press conference, and then Seattle dunked on them today. But at the end of the day, there was no cooking there. Basically, he asked you in so many words, do you allow your quarterback to audible? And you said in so many words, no. But you didn't want to say that straight out. This is the reason that we never had Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady here. You know why? They like to audible. You know why? because they played the game long enough to have the knowledge to see something in the defense that says this play ain't gonna work. You feel as a head coach, because I give you 3 different options on one play, that you can try option A, B, or C, and one of those 3 has to work. Here's the problem, Kyle. You've become predictable, and it's no longer working. No one is scared of you. You're not the big bad wolf. You're not a genius, and nobody is worried about your scheme anymore. Everybody runs it. So you
exactly. You have
everybody
Packers, Lions.
knows what it is. And you got, I'm sorry, isn't Robert Saleh sitting in Green Bay? Isn't he helping him out in some manner? Don't you think that's a very screwed up situation for us? That don't help us
I just remember that.
That don't help.
Man, I hope we can hire him again as DC.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, if I can tell you right now, Saleh probably doesn't take another job this year. He does what he's doing, do his little consulting. And I can guarantee you, if he's out on the market, Kyle will run to go get him and bring him back. Why? Because he had things going the way that he had them going when he was here. Even though I didn't really necessarily care for Saleh, because he was very adamant about rush forward, don't blitz. That used to drive me up the wall, because you need to blitz every now and then. It's not all the time, but sometimes you should at least send an extra rusher, because the front 4 ain't always going to get there. But, I mean, for me personally, Bosa's about to miss some time with the oblique injuries. I know he's going to miss some time. He ain't going to be able to go out there. The man had to literally stop right at the end of the game. And you see what happened when he went out. So what does that tell me? We'll be drafting another defensive lineman in the first round again. And it'll probably be another wasted pick, because all of our first-round picks turn to shit outside of
Ayuk
or even McGlinchey. And you got to give McGlinchey credit, because he was at least a good run blocker and panned out in some way, even though he was shit at right tackle. As far as pass blocking goes, he was a really good run blocker. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to figure out what's going on and what's going wrong, and figure it out and figure out a different way to approach things. You putting Debo in the backfield, bad idea. Let him go. Just stop. When you put him in the backfield, you know what you do? He's a decoy. You fake the handoff, because that's what every team thinks you're going to do. Instead, Kyle, you actually give him the fucking ball, and they loaded the ball, and he goes nowhere. Like, this is why I don't give him that tag of genius. You can't be that dumb and be a genius. It's not possible. Genius people think logically. Kyle thinks not logically. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you this. Next year, you might see a holdout from Mr. Jennings himself. He been balling. He been the leading receiver, carrying the squad. We ruined his career game by losing. And
we ruined 2 of his games.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl too.
No, I'm talking about also the Rams game too.
Jennings was set to be that MVP. Yeah, Jennings was set to be the MVP of that Super Bowl, period.
100%.
There's nobody else. But it just right now, we can't run the ball. We can barely throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? And we're just and we're trash in the red zone. Hot garbage in the red zone. And that's our biggest Achilles heel. And then the other thing, at the end of the game, the first thing I was sitting there, and Brandon, I know you heard me in your head. Don't be conservative, Kyle. Don't be conservative. Try to get the first down. Try to force yourself to get more points. Oh, no. We're going to run the clock out. We're going to run it with Christian McCaffrey, a guy who has Achilles tendonitis in both legs. We're going to just run the clock out. Then you wind up at 4th down and you get nothing.
Yeah.
And then you wind up turning the ball over, and these motherfuckers go down and win the game. What's going on, Gina? But
What's up, Gina?
It does not make sense. You know what's going to happen, yet still you do the same dumb shit that makes you lose. How are you not learning? How are you not evolving?
Yeah.
You can't see that when you get conservative, it kicks you in the ass because it does. All Niner fans want is you to figure it out, Kyle. Now, yes, there is a good, I want to say, 80% of this franchise that feels the same way about Kyle as Jed York does. His shit don't stink and he can do no wrong. And then there's about 20% that are, roughly either undecided or some of them are like me, where I say get rid of his ass. Now, yes, lots of people will say, who you going to? We don't want to go back to the dog years. We don't want to go back to Tom Sula or Chip Kelly or Singletary. At the end of the day, if everybody's excuse is we don't want to go back to that, and Kyle's the second best coach outside of Andy Reid, and he'll go elsewhere, and we don't know he's going to go elsewhere. We don't. We don't know that. There's no crystal ball. Nobody knows the future. Nobody knew when Andy Reid left Philly if he was ever going to win a championship. Hell, if anything, they knew the knock on him was he couldn't get the job done. All I need Kyle to do is get his head out of his ass, start thinking outside the box. This genius moniker that people still like to put on him, turn into this genius. Put some new wrinkles in, do something different. But what you're doing isn't working. We're losing football games. And I'm sorry, it's not on the defense. It's on the offense. They are not producing. And it's frustrating to us as fans. See, fans look at me and they go, why do you want to fire Kyle? Because I lived through glory years and I saw greatness, and I'm really disgusted at the fact that this is what we've become. I don't want to watch contenders. That's boring. If at the end of the day, all you have to do is be a contender, okay, but there's no, you don't get a second place trophy in football. You don't get one in any sport. The only way you get those is if you're like the fucking Olympics, silver, bronze, or gold. That's where you get first and second and third. That's where that matters. That's where you're going with that mindset. To say, hey, if I don't win, it's okay. I still get a medal. I still did something that nobody else in the world could do. You don't get that in football. When you get to the Super Bowl and you take L's, you just take an L. They don't give you a runner-up Super Bowl ring or a runner-up Lombardi. What are you gonna do? Shrink it down the size, give you half of one? Like you gotta figure it out, man. You gotta figure out the red zone deficiencies, and these penalties just murdered us. We stepped on our own feet, in every which way we could, and I mean, it just things are very frustrating, and we're trying our damnedest to be able to win these games, but we need to make sure that we can get there and get finished. There's a lot of commentators out there to state that we still have a chance, and that we could still be relevant and do the things that we need to do. That's cute.
So I'm going to put this out there. Jerry Rice said on 95.7 The Game the other day, he said, we need everybody to man up. Our backs are against the wall. We can't lose any more ball games. We got to go. We have to somehow find a way to get the momentum going where we start winning football games and building confidence.
Yeah, because we ain't won back-to-back games all year. What you think about that quote, that quote, Meaty?
Yeah. I feel like, to me, it's like this team just seems tired, and I get it. They've played 20-plus games, but you can't have that excuse, because there's other teams that make the playoffs too, and it's just, I think the issue is we're actually old now, because if you look at Detroit staring us right down the eye, they're young, they're up and coming. The Green Bay Packers up and coming, they're young. And man, I don't know, dude, Kyle Shanahan, it's been so boring to watch, because all I see, Debo in motion and then give it off to the running back. It's like, you putting Debo in motion as a running back isn't scaring or tricking a single team, because like you said, Deon, other teams run a very similar, style. Green Bay, for instance, right? I just see no creativity. I just don't get it at this point. And I'm not shocked Christian McCaffrey hasn't fix the whole thing. I never expected that, and obviously we know he's dealt with the Achilles tendonitis on both legs, but yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely like towards your direction on Kyle Shanahan now. It's just nothing new, same old, no adjustments. Kyle Shanahan's been a D+ coach this year. Simple as that.
And
D+.
this right here, this right here, I gotta agree with you, Shake and Bake. Here's the biggest problem with that. And I know a lot of people don't like when I say this, but it's simple. At some point, your players are going to get tired of you. You will lose that locker room when you can't win games and win Super Bowls. You don't think that Fred and Dre are upset that they got there and won't have a ring?
I mean, Dre's
You don't
been
think that in
winning
hindsight, when you look at it, we had DeForest Buckner and we let him go for Javon fucking Kinlaw. Can anyone tell me what Javon Kinlaw's done in the league? Because I can't.
Well,
Nothing.
we actually gave up on Buckner and kept
gave up on him
Armstead because Armstead. Yeah.
Armstead? So let's go back. DeForest Buckner had 12 sacks in a year where the defensive line was hot garbage. 12 by himself. No assist. But we let the dude go who couldn't get more than 2-3 sacks without defensive line being stellar.
And then he was hurt last year.
Yeah, these are the things that I think about. And this is why I say people look only at the winning. They don't look at the overall broad spectrum of Kyle Shanahan's head coaching career. It is the moment. It is the, hey, we're relevant. We're still winning. You need to shut up and you need to stop crying and just be happy with the relevancy. I never, ever hear people who tell me that mention the fact that they are really fucked up behind losing Super Bowls, and it really bothers them when we don't win a Super Bowl. No one ever says that. Everyone just kind of says, oh, well, it's all right. It's cool. It's not a big deal, and that's what makes me think that most of our fans are from this new generation, because that's what this new generation is about, relevancy. They don't really give a fuck about winning. They just want to be relevant and have 1 million followers. That's all they care about. I saw a dude on Dr. Phil. This motherfucker said he don't talk to his family because they don't have enough followers. What? You don't talk to your mama and your daddy because they don't have enough followers? It's good to say to her that you do. No one cares. I don't want followers. And I don't want a head coach who can't get the job done. I want one who can. Now, if you let go of Kyle, could there be some dark years? Yeah. Yes, there could. But it's easier for you to keep him around because he keeps you in contention. But you won't let him go because you're afraid of losing that. So you lull yourself into a mindset of, I'm going to deal with just being relevant, and that's all I'm going to ever get. But I don't ever want to go back to that.
I mean, perfect example, though, Deon, is, Mike Tomlin. He's been with the Steelers for how long? And he's had nothing but winning seasons.
Yeah, but that's the Steelers' MO, though. Steelers don't do that. So that's a different franchise with a whole different mindset. They keep their coaches for that time frame. That's just what the Steelers do. We know that. That is literally how they move. They don't fire head coaches.
But I think that's why they're
every so often they find a way to get to a Super Bowl. And right now, they look like the favorites in the AFC, not the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So the difference is one thing you can say about Mike Tomlin that you can't say about Kyle Shanahan, he got a ring. He did the job. See, if Kyle would have won in 2019, you would have never heard nothing from him. Never. He would have had a pass for all these other seasons that he didn't finish. Because at least he got us one. But he hasn't. And that's the frustrating thing. When it comes to Mike Tomlin, yes, he has consistently winning seasons. No, they do not always make the AFC Championship or the playoffs for that matter.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he got that all-elusive ring. He did. Kyle has not. So when people start putting Super Bowl winning coaches and Kyle Shanahan in the same sentence, I start looking and going, why are you doing that? That's not, you can't. You can't put Kyle and Andy Reid in the same sentence. Two different people.
Right.
You can't put Kyle and Tomlin in the same sentence. Two different people. And the issue with him is, unfortunately, he's just become too predictable. And when I say you're going to lose the locker room, at some point, players are going to start looking at the head coach and going, I don't know if I can follow you anymore, man. You just never getting us over the hump. And I'm tired of it. I'm sorry if I have a man, if I'm working and have a manager who has told me for several years, hey, Deon, you're going to get this. You about to get this promotion, man. We got you, bro. Just keep grinding it out. Keep giving us good numbers. And we're going to give, this promotion is coming your way. But you know what happens? 6 months down the road, still ain't got no promotion. A year later, still ain't got no promotion. 2 years later, damn, that promotion ain't came. But I'm doing exactly what you wanted. I'm giving you everything that you asked me for.
Right.
But I can't believe in you no more. Now what you're telling me is BS. You blowing smoke up my ass and I don't like it. So it goes back to people looking at things as a whole and saying, can I win here? See, when people say they love the game, I could see you running to Kansas City. You know why? High probability of winning the Super Bowl. That's the facts of it.
Yeah. Right.
But if you say you love the game and you turn around and go to Cleveland, you know they ain't winning nothing right now.
Nope, definitely not, man. And they have to pay all that money still to Watson.
That's probably the dumbest contract I've ever seen in my life. I would have never given that.
I'm glad we didn't go after him after all.
I'd have gave up draft pick after draft pick. That wouldn't bother me because draft is unfortunately a crapshoot. You don't know if you're going to get a good player or not. You know what I'm saying? But giving him that kind of bread, that was the stupidest thing anybody could have done. But all I'm saying is, in this game versus Seattle, we kicked ourselves in the ass by taking this L, and now we're on the outside looking in again. We had the opportunity to at least pull even with the Cardinals. But we couldn't even do that.
Nope.
And that's the problem. We can't keep you can't keep doing that and then thinking that you're going to wind up winning the division or even winning games. And we definitely can't take no L's in the NFC. I can tell you right now, Buffalo, I don't think we're going to beat Buffalo. I think that's another L coming our way. Green Bay, we got a shot. We used to beat Green Bay anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we used to do it to Seattle too. Craziest thing is, Gino had some balls. He did that go to sleep, in our house. And nobody did nothing. He lucked out there. I'm pretty sure he was running out that stadium quicker than he get in it. Because, we'll mess around with people and their folks is serious with it. Hell, they shot one of our own goddamn players. You don't think they'll shoot your ass? Not to say that one anybody shot, but damn.
Sorry, guys. I had to take that phone call.
Oh, no. You don't need to apologize.
Hey, I was just going to ask, though, tell me what the hell happened after Bosa left the game with his injury, and then the defense it looked like it just collapsed.
He's the anchor of that defense. Everybody thinks he's not doing this or doing that. He's the anchor of that defense.
Yeah, I know. But
he doesn't have the sacks, but his pressures have caused multiple interceptions. So, he's angry at that defense, and the defense kind of wasn't the same without him. But I can't really blame the defense at all. Like
No, it's on the offense. This L is on the offense.
Like you can say the defense can't hold them at the fourth quarter or do this, but I'm like they got the stop they needed, and the Niners didn't do shit with it. But the offense didn't do shit with it. I meant to say, the defense gets a stop on fourth down, on fourth and short. Do something with it. Get at least a field goal. They do nothing with it. That's not the defense's fault. Like, yeah, our defense is probably pretty basic and not the best, and we probably should have a different coordinator. But the defense isn't the problem.
Well, they're doing enough for us to win games.
Yeah, dude. And the offense isn't pulling their weight. The offense is bad. This team's bad.
I can tell you right now, I don't have the utmost confidence in Jake Moody right now.
We need a Kittle.
I don't know.
Neither do I.
I'm not worried about the kicker because I'm not even thinking we're gonna be in games anyway. Like, I mean, we end up being in games, but still, like, we're not that good.
So
like, we think that we're good.
A lot of people keep saying that Debo punched Tabor Pepper. People, let me explain something to you. You don't get a nickname like Debo shoving people. Okay? If he actually would have punched Tabor Pepper, that would have been a full-on fight. But I can tell you right now,
he took his
dignity. And he just took his dignity. Because at the end of the day, Tabor Pepper did not want the smoke. We all know that. And I can tell you right now, I have to agree with Richard Sherman. I love what he did. You're supposed to tell him lock the fuck in. He's supposed to sit there and let him keep missing fucking field goals. Like
Moody would be all right.
Do that.
He just got his first game back.
You do. You gotta pick him up. That's the problem with half this team.
Moody was fine in this game, so I don't have a problem.
Yeah, but the only thing that kills me is Jake Moody has the facial expression of Jay Cutler.
Yeah,
like
Jay
he
Cutler
looked like he always sat, like somebody just stole his bike or something.
Yeah.
He got beat up for his Jordans. I don't understand it.
I'm not too worried about the kicking game because we have more pressing issues. And this is not a playoff team, so I don't really want to watch or see what even going to happen the rest of the season. We're probably going to win a couple more games and think we have a chance late in the season to get into the playoffs, and it's going to be like, wow, we're going to miss it, and we're going to be like, I wish we had a better, like a lower draft pick, like in the top 10 instead of in the teens. It's like, what's the point?
I know me. I'll be at the Cardinals game. That much I will do. I'll go just because I like going to the game and laughing at the fact that we take over other people's stadium. At this point, I'm not going to play these motherfuckers because they probably going to be the ones winning the division. The only thing at that point, if it's a situation where we can mess up their seeding, I'd be very happy to do so.
Yeah,
I would.
I agree.
If we get there and we fuck them out of that number one seed, I will be very happy. Even if we don't make the playoffs, that'll make my day. Because at that point, it's like, okay, we ain't going nowhere, but at least you motherfuckers ain't getting a week off. Turn your bitch ass right back around and get out there and go play again.
Hey,
all right.
Fucking, we know Deon's gonna go there.
Hey, Deon.
Like
short boys all together, dude. He's gonna be rooting for Kyler.
Hey, but the rest of the season, Arizona has an easy schedule.
Dude, I mean, Arizona's up and down like us. Our division sucks. There's one good team. There's one good team in the NFC. Two good teams. Sorry.
Yeah, the Lions are definitely number one.
Washington is good, and then I guess the Eagles are kind of good. But I think the Lions are the one good team in the NFC. Like, they're freaking just
right now, if there was a year for the Lions to win the Super Bowl,
it's this year.
It's this year.
It's this year. Dude,
and I think it's going to happen.
We're not the team that we were last year where we were kicking people's teeth down their throats.
No, they're a powerhouse.
They're going to kick out of us. It'd be different if we were winning games and at least able to win consecutive games. We can't even do that. We can lose consecutive games. We can win consecutive games.
I mean, we won 2 in a row, but yeah.
I think, honestly, just for this next game, what Kyle should simply do. Because at the end of the game, there's two things you could have done. One, you could have tried to get your first down on offense. Two, when you flip that defense, if you're going to put everybody in man, make Fred the spot. You know that though Gino is not the fastest guy, you know he can move. And you know we have a bad issue with mobile quarterbacks. And Gino is not, Gino wouldn't really be considered mobile, but at the end of the day, if I'm going into a dime type of defense, I am literally telling Fred, don't worry about that damn that tight end. Let safety worry about that. If Gino looked like he about to fart, you better be there to tell him to hold his cheeks together.
Just the play calls were bad when Gino got away. Like,
yeah, he just. I mean, if you had Fred spying him, he doesn't make that play.
Right.
Fred ain't about to let him go.
It is what it is. I mean,
yeah.
We shouldn't have been in that position in the first place.
Never, not at all.
We should have won that game.
Yeah, but there's a lot of we should have won multiple games this year, but we're not as good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The only thing Kyle needs to do is just
the one thing.
If you mix it up with your running backs and you do like you did where you had a two-headed monster.
That's semantics. That's not the real issue.
I'm just saying if you give people a different look,
you might be right.
It's going to force them to do
Our offensive line wasn't run blocking for shit.
No. I agree.
And then they can't block for shit. Like, dude, Purdy, for what Purdy has as an offensive line, like, he should get way more love because he's doing shit with fucking nothing. I mean, Jesus Christ, our line is so bad. I mean, dude, he has no time to throw the fucking ball. You know? And the reason I think part of the reason
I'll say this. I'll say it with my whole chest. Trenton lost a little bit of step, man.
Oh, he lost a lot of it. He's injured right now, but even before he got injured, he don't look the same.
Yeah, I love Trent. Trent is a
guaranteed
left tackle, but he has not looked very good.
Okay, so, here's my thing.
On the Green Bay.
What we need to clean up though, going into the next game, is our penalties on offense. That tends to mess up our groove.
What are they gonna do? They're calling all these fucking soft house and all these penalties on us, and then like you'll see the same shit on the other team, and it's not being called. Like,
and then Steve-O brings up.
We're the anti-Chiefs. We're the anti-Chiefs.
And Steve-O brings up a perfect point too.
That's the thing. Maybe we need to roll over that wheelbarrow cash that Mahomes be rolling over.
Hey, what about that timeout? That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, I mean that's because Kyle said he goes for that, right? He goes for the 4th and 1 or kicks the field goal even. That was a big deal, but the refs are just bad. Like the NFL, like as I'm saying, the NFL as a whole, the product's been pretty terrible. You have way too many teams that are god awful, so it's not good football. And the refs.
I was talking about
the refs absolutely atrocious on top of it.
Yeah,
it's the worst product the NFL's ever put out in my lifetime.
The refs. Speaking of the refs, is what I was talking about is when Seattle called back-to-back timeouts, and then there was no flag.
That should have been 5 yards. That we kick the field goal, and if we make it, then it's a 7-point game. We don't automatically lose.
Right, exactly.
Really quick, if everybody wants to smile, remember the Cowboys lost last night.
I don't care.
No, I'm sorry. Okay. At this point, I just
look. Hey, at least we're not as bad as them, Christian.
I just love
we are.
That I love that Jerry Jones can't keep his mouth shut. Sir,
he can't.
You are like 150. Shut the fuck up. No,
hey, did you hear what he said today, Deon? Did you hear what he said today?
He's gonna Deon. One of these days he's gonna get some. Go ahead, man.
No, tell me what he said, Brandon. Go ahead.
I gotta search this up.
Okay, because I was gonna tell Deon one of these days that guy's gonna get so mad he's gonna end up using the hard R.
Oh yeah, he is guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out, dude. Before
it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. He is born and bred Arkansas boy.
I mean, he's not. He's not.
There are some places in Arkansas that people like me still can't go.
He's good to all his players, regardless of what they look like. But still, I wouldn't be surprised if he could. Which is one time.
He wasn't good to Emmett until Michael walked in that office and told him, "You better get in there and pay that motherfucker. We losing."
Yeah, but that's because Michael was like a son to him, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Emmett was, but Michael was.
At the end of the day, you need to listen to your son now. Shit, your son got more wits about himself than you do. And you need to hire a real GM. You suck as a GM.
Cowboys will still be the Cowboys because of him, but it's just.
Man, look, I try to tell Raiders fans the same thing. Unfortunately, when your owner passes, you might get better. Unfortunately for the Raiders, it's been purgatory since before he was gone, and it's purgatory now that he is gone.
You know what sucks? Because this is such a down year, you kind of.
Why your fans are.
Hold on.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. I can't. Like it's kind of choppy.
Yeah, hold on.
This should have been the year the Niners, if they could have just actually been healthy and been good, this should have been the year.
Ankle injury. Derek Barnett returned to fumble 28 yards for a score.
Of course, it's not going to show it.
Oh, well.
This is not a joking matter. It's not fun. It used to be, wasn't good. I'm not.
You guys keep going.
I saw that Stephen A. clip. Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see the Stephen A. clip? What?
That's who thinking.
Yeah, it takes the joy. It's sad when it takes the joy out of Stephen A. because he's usually happy when the Cowboys lose. But at this point, because there's such a disaster, I'll tell you right now, you know what you do? You have the rest of the season. Because you see playing like shit, you know what you do? You say to yourself, do I have a quarterback in trade? Throw him out there. Fucking, you ain't got shit to lose any damn way. What's the
Stephen A. Smith is going to be the one to get Jerry Jones to use the hard R.
Look at this comment.
What? Men's S-Cam?
Evolution of beard growth.
For who? What? I have no idea what any of that means.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny because of the beard.
I don't know. But
anyways, it's something like he tried to compare like his team basically like losing and how they're not doing good and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So,
saying
like,
that they were like one of the best teams in the last 30 years or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And he actually wasn't there. Like they were way lower than what he stated they were.
And Stephen A. went off.
Jerry is going to go ahead and throw out whatever he can throw out because he knows he's must-see TV. And here's, the funny thing? The Cowboys are the Niners, but they're just opposites. The Niners can be contenders and get in the playoffs, whereas the Cowboys cannot. But when it comes to the publicity, it's almost the same. We're known for getting there and not finishing the job. And the Cowboys are known for never getting there, and they have an owner who doesn't know how to shut his mouth. Like if I'm Stephen Jones,
I found it. I found it.
Quote, that losing the team stuff, that's so overblown. These guys are so, first of all, they're natural competitors. Secondly, they're so proud of the fact that they're professional and disappointed in maybe the way they executed the play. But that's not anything. That's brother or first cousin to give up. I have no idea what that means. Stephen A., what should the...
You see?
Cut that off.
Don't even ask me, Molly. Let's go to Shannon.
Cut it off. Cut it off so you don't get flagged, man. Cut it off so you don't get flagged.
We're not gonna get flagged. It's as if you show it.
So audio is fine, but visual is not.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. But okay.
But that's freaking that's hilarious, dude.
But that tells me that the dude is out of touch. You can't make comments like that and then be a GM of a football team. Bro, your team is bad. Your offensive line is shit. Your defense can't stop a nosebleed. You got your star defensive player who hasn't gotten paid yet shitting on the head coach. You can't. All the things that are happening over there cannot happen. You can't do that.
That whole team, that whole organization's falling apart.
It is, and I'm sorry.
That's why we can't fire Kyle Shanahan, because that's what will happen to us.
Okay, what's the difference now?
What will happen to us?
It ain't one shit.
It'll be the same thing. That's what everybody's been trying to tell you, Deon. Until we fire Kyle, that's exactly what will happen to us.
And what are we doing now besides sitting there continually winning? They're going to get the
Yeah,
job.
right now we're having a bad season, but we're also like injuries. I mean, we're not that great, but we're competitive and have a chance. The whole point is you want your team to be in the dance, and it's anybody's game. Yeah, we haven't won it, but it's better than doing what they're doing. Always.
I mean, hey, at this point,
You got to be in the dance to win the dance.
Yeah, but you can't keep getting to the dance and not dancing with the hottest chick. You can't keep getting to the dance and not winning.
Well, eventually you're going to get it. I mean, last year was our best chance. It's so heartbreaking.
You don't go to homecoming just to go to homecoming.
But it's better than staying at home.
There is no runner-up.
Better than staying at home. You'll be staying at home, crying yourself to sleep.
You still crying yourself to sleep because you can't finish the job. What's the difference?
I mean, it's better than not enjoying football at all. Yeah. I don't enjoy football right now because I don't think.
I mean, that proves my point. Everybody's content with the relevancy.
You have to be relevant. You have to be relevant in order to finally win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but contention with relevancy does not win you Super Bowls, does it? You see that?
But Deon, I think all of us would rather be what we're going on right now than what the Jets, the Raiders.
Me personally, if I could blow
the thing is, we're misplays
there
away
be a coach that came down and won a Super Bowl the next year.
It's not like Kyle went to the 2 Super Bowls and got blown out. He got the games got lost at the end of the game.
It does not matter whether he did or did not get blown out.
This last one, football is a game of chance and luck too, though. It's just as much luck as it is skill.
Keep waiting on chance and luck. Let's just keep.
So let me tell you. Let me ask you this:
exact same shit I said in the chat.
Shut up. What are we supposed to do with the punt?
This is what you guys are comfortable with.
The punt when McLeod didn't just land on it, right? Like, dude, that's not a coach's fault. That's nobody's fault but McLeod being stupid and thinking he could pick it up. Like that's luck for the Chiefs. That's bad luck for the 49ers. That's part of the game. And that's probably a big reason we lost the Super Bowl because the Chiefs had no offense until then. Then we gave them
until Greenlaw went down.
Yeah, we were doing okay still when Greenlaw went down. But like I think if Greenlaw never goes down, then they never get a chance. But I mean, still, like you have that punt. It's like that's football. Like we were that close. It's not like we went and got blown out. We probably should have won the game.
You know me, Christian. Everything you're saying is falling on deaf ears. I don't care about being close.
I know, but
get the fucking job done.
You don't want to accept the fact that.
But
that's like fucking.
It's so hard to win. It's so hard to win.
You can find somebody that's gonna make it come, bro.
Things have to fall your way. Things have to fall your way in football.
Everything has to fall your way. Everything has to fall your way.
It does.
But hold on, you guys. Hold on. But what if it was the other way around? What if Andy Reid lost these 2 Super Bowls? Do they get rid of Andy Reid?
That shit they should. Because then he lost 3. There's nothing he can do. Here's the thing. Everybody keeps saying you're in contention. You're in contention. Just be happy with contention.
Yeah, because if you're in contention, then you have a chance.
Contending. Okay? At the end of the day, I keep giving y'all different.
You got to contend in order to win.
Different metaphors, different scenarios. You
can't
just continue to say you have to be in.
Hey, but who says
never finishing the fucking job?
Who says that? What's the same?
Watching him continually not get the job done.
But it's not his fault. The fucking players don't execute.
Ooh, once again, I'll go back to
did he tell McLeod to fucking pick up the ball and jump on it? Did he tell fucking Burford?
If Jimmy doesn't overthrow Emmanuel Sanders?
Yeah, he drew it up. He drew up the fucking winning play, and Jimmy fucked it.
There are three people that get the blame when you don't win the Super Bowl. Head coach,
the players didn't execute.
Quarterback, and possibly the owner.
The freaking players
didn't. The owner and the GM are the ones putting the team together.
He can't be out there. He's getting his team in position to win.
What he's getting his team to
execute things.
There's enough evidence to show that certain things are his fault. There's enough evidence to show that things are his fault.
Enough a punt.
Y'all keep us off this motherfucker. He gonna keep walking out there and failing because nobody holds him accountable. When you
What
have
do you
an owner
mean?
that openly stinks, listen,
He can't control every aspect of the game. He got us there.
Owner.
The players
Hold on,
have to execute.
Let me
Is it his
hold
fault
on.
Bosa didn't sit down and fucking and wait for Mahomes and tackle him on 4th and 1 and he wins the game? That's not his fucking fault. Bosa's
Listen
supposed
to
to fucking do what he's supposed to do.
You're not understanding.
Why are you blaming, dude? You're just like acting like you don't know the game of football. You fucking watch it your whole life. Then act like you do. Then act like you do.
I see. Here's the thing. You want me to act like I know the game of football, so I lay off of Kyle.
No,
lay off his
no.
fucking
You
ass.
can be upset with Kyle, but he's getting us to the position to win. But the players have to
and never getting us over the hump.
They did not execute. They had multiple chances to win the Super Bowl. They did not execute. It is not his fault.
Oh,
it is
okay.
Not.
So neither one of our Super Bowl losses are.
Burford doesn't. If Burford doesn't live in overtime, Purdy throws a touchdown pass to Jennings, right? And then who knows what happens?
That's right.
But like, okay, right? Freaking McCaffrey fumbles when we're freaking just marching down the field. Changes the whole aspect of the game on the first drive when he fumbles.
Let me ask you a question. So every year that we're relevant, but we don't win, we need to keep cycling out the players who fucked up?
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that those things happen, right? Like, you think it was Kyle's fault? Kyle decided.
If we're not cycling out the players that fucked up, and we have the head coach
because
you up too,
so
we just stick with it. This is what I'm saying.
You don't cycle out the coach. The coach is the freaking built. Players you can cycle out. That's kind of how you do it. But the coach stays and keeps the cycle going, where you're at least still winning and being relevant. Why would you want to start from scratch and suck again for 10 years and then maybe we win the Super Bowl in 20 years?
10 years.
Because we have to fucking start all over again with a whole new fucking thing.
Here's the thing: everybody overblows Tom Sula, Kelly. Hold on, everybody overblows Tom Sula, Kelly, and what was the other one? Singletary. You know why? Because we didn't have them for that long.
They weren't good.
We barely sucked. We had each one of those dudes had a year. And when we went from Harbaugh to Tom Sula to Kelly, and then right into Kyle. So we didn't suck for that fucking long. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. No, hold up. No.
We sucked most of my lifetime. What are you talking about?
No. Hold on. So we didn't suck for that fucking long. We didn't have a 10-year drought. In my lifetime, we were good with Harbaugh and we've been good with Kyle. In my lifetime. That's how those are the only coaches we haven't sucked with. Okay, but at the end of the day, you're acting as if we had some 10-year gap between Kyle and Harbaugh. We did not. A lot of people make it seem as if we went through just dog years of being sometimes it takes great coaches a long time. It wasn't that damn long. You're a great coach. You're a great coach. Fucking year. Hold up, Christian. Everybody seems to forget that Kyle's first fucking year, if he didn't dick ride Kirk Cousins, we possibly could have been better. Oh, here we go to semantics. So that's another reason to give him a pass. Dude, I'm not giving him a fucking pass, bro. Get the job done. He's built something here. Fuck relevancy. He's built something here. Nothing. You don't have a Super Bowl to show for it. When you have an owner who doesn't give a fuck. When you have a head coach who knows that his owner doesn't give a fuck, so he doesn't worry about winning Super Bowl. Sometimes great coaches, even the greatest coaches of all time, some of the greatest don't win Super Bowls. It happens, but that is what it is. But also sometimes some of the greatest coaches don't win until they're in their 60s. I'm not waiting until Belichick turns 60. Belichick didn't win his first Super Bowl as a head coach till he was in his fucking 50s, early 60s, whatever. Kyle's only in his 40s still. He's still got 20 years of coaching. I'm not waiting for Kyle to turn 60 years old for him to figure out. Once he figures it out, he might fucking eventually build a team that freaking wins. He'll figure it out elsewhere. I don't want him to figure it out elsewhere because I don't want to be stuck in purgatory here. So you willing to wait another 13 years for this stupid motherfucker to turn 60 so we can win the Super Bowl? So 13 more years of possible relevancy.
How do you know it's going to take 13 years, though?
Yeah, Deon, you're trading. Oh, he didn't win a Super Bowl this year. You said trade it. Let's start all over and suck some more. What does that do? other than make me
At
hate
least it
fucking
gets you a
football.
fresh perspective. At least it gets you a different outlook on things. You switch shit up. He's been doing the same thing all
Him and
these years. It still ain't. It still has. It's not.
And maybe we never win with Kyle. You never know because it's fucking hard.
You never know. It's obvious. We have 7 years fucking proof. What do you mean?
And the Bills went to fucking 4 in a row and lost all 4. It's hard to win the fucking Super Bowl. It is hard to win the Super Bowl. When you accept that, you can let it go.
Okay, but when you mention the Bills, isn't that what people always talk about? Do they ever talk about Bruce Smith? Do they ever talk about Thurman Thomas? Do they ever talk about Andre Rison? Do they ever talk about
They're
Jim
a good
Kelly?
team, but they didn't win it.
Oh, hold on. But do they ever, when you hear the Bills mentioned in the annals of time when it comes to football, you know what's mentioned? The 4 losses in the Super Bowl. That's what's mentioned. When people mention Dan Marino, you know what they say? Damn good quarterback, never won the big one. And that's what happens to your career. You are not remembered as a great anything. You're remembered as the guy who couldn't get the job done. That's what I keep trying to get y'all to understand. And it seems like y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to
literally one of the best coaches
that's
in the
how it
league.
works. When you think about the Bills, you don't think about that. You look at Josh Allen and go, he can't even barely get to the AFC Championship.
Josh Allen had Kyle Shanahan, which he probably wish he did. They'd be even better. All these other teams wish they had Kyle Shanahan right now.
That's beautiful that they wish they had a coach that couldn't get them over the hump. That's beautiful that they just want to keep relevant.
You realize Kyle's got to the Super Bowl with like Jimmy Garoppolo and a second-year quarterback who was drafted in the 7th round. It's not like he's had this like great gunslinger quarterback. He's been doing this like you know what I mean.
Don't talk to me about quarterback. That's his fault.
Don't fucking tell me that's anybody's fault, dude. It is hard to know how. This is the hardest fucking. It's not easy. It's a fucking.
Again, another excuse.
An excuse?
That's all I'm here for.
When you use it, it's facts. When I use it, it's an excuse. That's some bullshit.
No, that's complete. No, that's complete and utter
dude,
bullshit.
You know 100% the draft is 50-50. It's a toss-up.
Okay, but at least you take that chance. But the difference is you didn't want to marry yourself to a quarterback that you didn't know. You sat up there and fucked
it didn't
that
work
off.
out. They tried with Trey Lance, and it didn't work out.
Tried?
Oh, they tried. He got injured. He got injured multiple times.
Where did they try?
I don't know. He broke his fucking ankle. That was trying, was it not? When he broke his ankle in the fucking game he was playing in. He tried. He got injured. What do you want?
What you do when you try? You know
what are they supposed to do? Put a mechanical ankle on him and let him go back out there? So you can say they tried.
No. You know what you do?
He's not good.
You don't waste that kind of draft capital on a quarterback. Yeah. You've never had it.
Well, what the fuck do you want? Your cake and eat it too? Oh, fucking find the quarterback. Oh, wait, no, don't find that quarterback. That's fucking dude. You're playing fucking both sides of the coin here. And
No. Seriously, Christian, it's like this. It's like this. I'm breaking down for you. Never tried to make it real easy for you to understand.
But when he did, I'm gonna break it down for you.
I'm gonna make it easier for you to understand. If you stop talking,
hold on, let me finish. Let me finish what I was trying to say. You want Kyle to fucking find a quarterback and actually get himself a quarterback, but when he did try, oh well, no, you shouldn't give up that capital. Get fucking pick a side, bro.
Okay, I'm explaining this to you, and I hope you understand it. It's very simple. When you first got here, you had the opportunity to draft a quarterback. You did not.
Jesus Christ.
Now hold on. Now listen to me.
Yep, I'm gonna fucking slap this out of the way real fast.
I'll let you get it out. Let me get mine out. It's very simple. You waste all that draft capital on a quarterback. Any other team in the league, if you do that, that guy hits the field immediately. I don't care whether you think he's ready or not. You put him out there.
Only if your team sucks.
No. You do not waste that kind of capital on a quarterback that you have no faith in and you never gave a clear shot to. You never gave that man an opportunity. You allowed him. You ran plays that this dude was in college. I mean, everybody has their own opinion about the Trey Lance experience. Me personally, I don't feel like the man got a fair shake while he was here.
He got hurt. He would have been the starter all season. He got hurt, dude. That's just the name of the game.
Let me tell you this. I stand by my comments. He didn't get a fair shake, and Kyle don't fuck with black quarterbacks. I will always maintain.
He breaks their ankles on purpose.
Yeah, just like RG3's leg got almost torn off.
That's not his fault. RG3 was got helicoptered and shit, dude. He was fucking diving. He was being RG3 got hurt being RG3. Don't blame Kyle.
We don't like Donovan McNabb, Robert Griffin.
I love Donovan
McNabb, Lance, and we don't like Josh Dobbs because we put him at 3 instead of 2. Dobbs has actually been on the field and won some games, but Brandon Allen has done nothing in this league. I'm sorry.
Who cares? I'm not going to argue about the backup quarterback. Who cares?
It's true, but at the end of the day,
you say that Kyle didn't freaking draft a quarterback his first year. He didn't even get into the team until halfway.
That's not my fucking last season.
But you don't. No, but if you're a coach and you don't have time to fucking actually do it because you're just now taking the job, and then there's a draft coming up, and you can't do your due diligence to draft certain players, and he didn't draft.
Here's the thing. You mean to tell me the whole time they was going into playoffs that Kyle didn't know he had that job in the bag?
No. He didn't know for sure.
That's bullshit.
They never know. They never know. What are you talking about? He's got to interview for multiple teams.
Behind closed doors, Jed basically told him, don't say shit. But this is your time. Everybody knew that, man. The minute you saw his name mentioned,
and even if that is true, he's preparing for a Super Bowl and shit. So when
now here's the thing, you know what you do? If you know you got a job in the bag and you know there's possibly gonna be people around you that you trust that you're gonna probably bring with you, why don't you have them do scouting for you? Isn't that what scouts are for? I thought scouts, that's what their job is.
You just make every excuse that it's not okay that he you can't just accept it makes sense. He didn't have time to actually look at the quarterbacks when he first came into the team, because that makes sense for any coach coming in.
Brandon, I'm gonna ask you a question.
It's like you can't accept anything unless it's the slander. If it's not slandering, you can't accept it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask Brandon a simple question. I want you to answer this honest to God, truthfully. When you are a head coach of a franchise and you first come in and you know there is not a starting quarterback, don't you do one of two things? You either draft a quarterback or you get a bridge guy until you can find a quarterback that you actually like. Don't you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He went with the latter on the basis of trying to get a QB who was under contract that he had no opportunity of getting. And we wound up going 0-9 and setting a record for losing the most games by 3 points in one season, which was his first season. All I'm trying to get you to do is see that there's certain things that you can't dispute, man. And I'm not playing both sides of the
ball. Got to the Super Bowl, so him not taking that quarterback didn't matter for fuck. Didn't matter for fuck because he's been to 2 Super Bowls and he's built something he took a team that was dog shit. It's proof.
Nice to go.
It's proof
Nobody
that
cares about going. Going means nothing.
Franchise that was dog shit and made him good. He took a franchise and was dog shit.
So do you think that Patrick Mahomes, he would have been satisfied if he'd went to those 2 Super Bowls and lost them? He'd have been like, hey, I got there. I'm okay with that. That's what I'm saying. It's mind-boggling to me how everybody is comfortable without winning the Super Bowl.
Well, I'd rather keep a coach for fucking like the Steelers do, because they have a lot of Super Bowls and not a lot of bullshit. They don't
have 6 over their whole existence.
They've been to how many more than that? They've been to like 12.
Half?
They've been to a lot of fucking Super Bowls.
I gotta check that. I gotta fact check you on that one. I don't know. I mean, still,
it might not be 12, but they've been more than 6. They've been to a fucking lot.
Hold on, really quick.
What's up, Turdo?
they've had 3 coaches.
How many Super Bowls have the Steelers been to?
6 in the NFL championship victory dates of the Pittsburgh Steelers included 2009.
They
2006,
went to 6.
4 others.
They won 6, dude. You watched them lose to the Packers, so they've won
How
6.
many
That's
Super Bowls have
there.
the Steelers been to?
They've lost to the Cowboys. That's 8 at least.
6 in the NFL championship.
Okay, so it's not giving me what I want. Let me actually the other way.
Aerodome said they've been to 8.
Okay, mate. Okay, they've been to 8. Okay.
Okay,
We've been to 8 too.
they've been to 8 with 3 coaches.
Okay.
Pretty good.
We've been to 8 and we had way more than 3 coaches.
We've been to 8 with 3 coaches.
Well,
My bad. 4 coaches.
at least all
We've been
3
to 8
of
with
those
4
coaches say they have a ring. We only have a ring with 1. Well, sorry, 2. We have a ring with 2 out of the 3.
Seifert and
Walsh.
freaking Walsh, but it was Walsh's team. Seifert's a great coach, but
Yeah,
it was
Seifert just basically took over Walsh's team. He inherited a good team. He pulled the John Group. He took a good team from somebody else. Either
Okay.
way, man, I just would let. I know we have to end it, but at the end of the day, man, you know me, Lefty. I just want to win the Super Bowl, bro.
So, dude, you don't think I do? Hold on,
No.
you've experienced one. You don't know.
I know, and I'm sad that you haven't. It hurts my heart that you ain't seen that, and it hurts my heart that you're attached to a head coach who's never going to give you that.
I'm not attached. I just know that we're not going to find anybody better.
You defend them like you are. You
No,
defend
I'm
them
just
like
saying
he-
you don't just throw away good head coaches. It's not like we're out
Yeah,
there.
I'm with staying with Kyle.
You
as
fire
well.
coaches when they're fucking losing and losing and losing and losing, not when they're winning and winning and winning and winning.
So let's wait for Kyle to start losing to realize, man, ain't never gonna win a Super Bowl.
We don't know if he's gonna ever win it. We don't fucking know the future.
Well, he still ain't won one right now while he's with us.
No.
And that's all that matters.
Fucking, you could have said, "Damn, Andy Reid's never gonna win one," and he's won 3 now.
Well, hey, he didn't do it in
Uh,
Philly, did he?
Nope.
These are facts, man.
He went
These
and
are
took his
facts.
philosophy. He went and took his same winning philosophy and went somewhere else and did it, which is exactly what Kyle will do. And then when Kyle goes somewhere else and wins, you're gonna be like,
Kyle ain't going
"Stay
nowhere
here,
else.
maybe we would have won." Just like fucking.
I
You
would
never
love
know,
to-
man. Anybody would
Man,
love to have
ain't
Kyle.
winning nothing nowhere else, bro. Come on, man.
Bro,
Nah.
you imagine Kyle
He
with
didn't
the
get it done either. How you gonna go somewhere else to get it done? What is he? Oh, so those fans are gonna use the same excuses. Oh, Kyle didn't have this, and Kyle didn't have that, and this didn't go for Kyle, and that didn't go for Kyle. It just seems to me like everybody gives him an excuse, and he just and nobody holds him accountable. Hold that man accountable for failing. Hold him accountable, man. Jed York, hold him accountable. Go back to what you said originally. We're not here to hang NFC Championship banners. We're here to hang Super Bowls. But now you done backed off of it. Oh, winning the Super Bowl isn't, losing.
We gotta
isn't
win the
that-
Super Bowl, but at least we got a
It's
coach
not
we know
that
can get us there.
bad.
We got a coach we know can get us there, and some things have not gone our way and we've lost.
Look,
Jimmy
man.
Jimmy hit Sanders.
Okay.
There's the Super Bowl.
That's like finding a fine ass woman and saying, "I got to third base, but I never finished and got home." What good is it for you to get to third base? That doesn't do you any good. That don't put a notch in your belt. Your homies don't respect you for getting to third base. They just look at you like, "Damn, you couldn't get the job done. The fuck happened? You ain't got no game. You know
You're
how to
trying
get
to
up
bring
in there."
home- Trying to bring home a 1 and go all the way, home run with the 1 or what? Third, what do you want? Third base with a dime, or home
I
run
mean,
with
hey,
1 and 2
No, look, man.
with a
Look,
fucking bag on her head?
you take your wins how you take your wins how you can get them. Okay, everybody's had a win in their life. Don't act like you haven't, Christian. We all have. It's been unfortunate, but it's happened to everybody.
I'm just saying.
Every man takes one for the team.
He's gotten us
We
to
all
4
fucking-
NFC championships. We've won 2 of them.
Don't care.
We've been to 2 Super Bowls, and
No, don't
execution.
care about going. Only care
has
about winning. Nope, don't care about going. Only care about winning. Going means nothing.
Okay, so every time we do find another coach and they get to the playoffs, but they lose in the playoffs, oh, fucking start it over. Every time. Oh, nope. Don't give them time.
If
Don't
I've
let them
given
figure it out. Start it over.
If I've given you 7 years, yeah. That's more than enough time for you to gotten the job done. And you've been to 2 Super Bowls in those 7 years. So please explain to me why I should wait another 34 for you to figure it the fuck out. No. Get it done. And stop fucking around. It can't always be, oh, there was an injury here. Oh, I didn't have a quarterback. Oh, I didn't have this. Oh, I didn't have that.
It can't always be football, guys. It can't always be football. It can't be the fucking game of football. It can't be the game of football, boys. Kyle can't be the coach of the game of football, boys. Can't be the coach of the game of football. Fucking the game of football where injuries and luck and all these things play a big part of the game and winning. Like you gotta fucking all through the season. Be fully healthy. You have to be fully healthy.
The same thing I said in the chat is what y'all would like me to do. Deon, shut up and be happy with relevancy and just keep sitting there. And even if he doesn't win, we're happy.
Ignoring the other half of football.
Because we're relevant. And we
ignoring the other half of football.
What other half, man? Ain't no other half. Win or
go
home.
Injuries, which in turn is luck. You got to be healthy. You got to be healthy the whole season. You got to be healthy.
Ain't that the mentality they preach? Don't they preach next man up? If next man up,
that's not how that works. No, next man up shit. This ain't fucking baseball, Deon.
That's what they say. That's what they say in our building, is it not? Do you not hear Fred say that? Do you not hear people say that?
Just because they say that doesn't mean that if your fucking players get hurt, that it doesn't just hurt a team. Like, you have to get be relatively healthy through the whole season, which is luck. The ball also has to bounce your way, hence why it's made fucking oblong shaped. So, and the ball hasn't bounced our way in certain times. And the freaking, especially in the Super Bowl, that's how it goes. It doesn't go. It bounces your way. Like McCaffrey fumbles in the first drive. Oh, whoa. It didn't bounce our way. Fucking stupid ass freaking. Our what's his name punt returner McLeod doesn't drop on the ball. Doesn't bounce our way, and it hits Luter when he doesn't even know. That's a part of football. That's like luck and the ball bouncing your way, and also a part of football being healthy. That is what it is. Like that's a part of the game.
Understands me. He's putting it out there, bro. These people don't get remembered for almost being a winner.
That's fine.
If Kyle Shanahan, listen to me. If Kyle Shanahan were to retire today, you know what they're gonna say about him? He can never win the big one. That's all they're gonna say, and that's all he's gonna be remembered for. Nobody's going to care about his offensive genius, his offensive prowess, or what he did, or yards, or touchdowns that quarterbacks threw, or running backs had, success in the system. They're not going to remember that, Christian. I'm trying to get you to understand that, young man. They are not going to remember it.
Well, we don't know the future. Maybe they will remember when he does take the Niners and win the Super Bowl. Jeez, I mean,
it means a lot to people.
You want to get rid of one of the best coaches in the league.
I want him to get the job.
Okay, that's fine. Keep saying you want him to get the job done. Don't say get rid of him. That's just dumb.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not waiting no more time for this. No, sir. You've had more than enough time to get the job done. I'm sorry. You want to be in a relationship with somebody who refuses to change? And then you just sit there and wait 7 years?
Trust me, a lot of people do.
Exactly. But you know what that's called? Insanity. Repeating the same thing.
No, that would work more if we were losing, and then we're like, okay, he's going to finally turn us around and win. No, that's not the case. We're not losing all the time. You don't fire winning coaches. You keep winning coaches. He's a winning coach. Right now, we're not winning, and it's not great, but it's freaking a bad season, and there's a lot of injuries like 2020. It's very similar injury-wise, at least, to 2020, which is unlucky.
Yeah, I don't remember you saying any of this back in 2020.
Me?
I'm not talking Deon. Yes.
That's because we had the most money sitting on the fucking bench.
Now we do this year too.
COVID year. Nobody wants to remember anything about 2020.
Yeah, but look how much money sitting on the bench this year.
We don't really have that much money sitting on the bench.
Hargrave, Ayuk, Hufunga. Well, no, he doesn't have money.
Greenlaw.
Top player still. Top player.
Greenlaw ain't making top linebacker money.
Okay, but like these are guys that would eventually get a top money. So like,
look, At the end of the day, guys, y'all know me. I just want us to win the Super Bowl. I would love for Christian. I would love for
We
Christian
all
to-
do,
No, you
and it's
don't.
going to
No, you
happen.
don't. No, you don't.
Kyle's gonna win. Maybe Kyle's gonna
Put
win.
your faith in the coach and ain't getting it done.
So if
The
Kyle
coach will get it done. The
If-
coach will get it done. You just wait and see.
If Kyle finally does, you got to make a
I've
mom
been
touch.
waiting.
Yeah.
7 years.
Hey.
Been waiting.
Okay, so have we, but
Still
we're not giving
waiting.
up on our coach.
Still
We're
waiting.
not-
We're not
Because
giving up on our coach.
I'm
He's got
still
one of the best
waiting.
coaches in the league, and if he does finally adapt over this offseason too and figures
What's
out,
up, David?
My ass. He ain't gonna adapt to shit.
all right,
I have faith that this motherfucker can get the job
All right,
done.
well,
Tomorrow. You failed
that's gonna
twice.
do it for us,
hold on,
guys.
hold on. Let me say one last thing. We're not putting up points, and that's because of execution. But
Mhm.
we're still leading. We're still one of the. Now I think we're in second now in yards per game in the league. That's
Yeah,
Kyle.
we're pretty high up
A
there.
lot of Kyle and a lot of Brock too, but still.
Joey said we have 71 million on IR right now.
Oh, I think that I do shit that damn between Hargrave and Ayuk. That's how much. God damn, what are we paying off for? Jesus
God
Christ.
damn.
I know we paid BA 30, but damn.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things, and why this team
What the
is.
hell else are we paying this for?
Yeah, Kyle,
Jesus.
even with all the crap,
Hold on. Wait,
we
Christian,
still want
Christian,
we still have.
wait, Christian. Hold on, Christian. You got me on this one, buddy. I didn't know 71. I got Christian got me on that one, guys. I didn't know 73. God damn. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
I
We have a
didn't
lot of
even-
money fucking sitting on IR, bro.
Yeah, you got me on that one, Christian. You got me on that one. I'll give you that. I will admit.
Jared
All right.
tell me the Bucks
All
will
right.
go.
We're-
And
You said what about what?
Gruden got him over the hump. Yeah, Gruden did get him over the hump, but that was Dungy's team. And then Dungy went and won with the Colts.
But
Don't
how
you-
long did it take him to win one?
That doesn't matter.
How long before Dungy won one? Because Peyton Manning and him didn't win one right away. Peyton Manning was
I know.
not going.
That's because Peyton. That's Peyton's fault for not showing up in the playoffs, not Dungy's.
There you go.
Dungy's a defensive guy. He put together a badass Colts defense. It was his offense.
That motherfucker had a badass Colts offense. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like fucking
Let's
Legend of
see.
Zelda?
Yeah, it
Zelda,
is.
right? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
You kept throwing me off with the noise.
My bad.
I was like, I know it's gotta be
So
Zelda.
yeah, let's freaking call it. And
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for us. For those of you in the chat, thank you for joining in and joining in on this conversation as well tonight. We really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and watch out for our next episode later this week to preview the Packers game. And hit that notification bell to get all your notifications from Fur Faithful Podcast. Till next time, guys.
Go
We'll
Niners.
see you next. Go Niners. Peace.
Can you see my